All right, so right now, this month, March 20th, until the end of, well, through March, we have the Nine of Discs reverse. So having that is not feeling inspired, not feeling like you have a lot of beauty in your life, that you feel like you have everything that you want and what you need. It can be definitely a lack in the States. I mean, we are going through kind of tax season. We're going through that right now. And also we're going through a Mercury retrograde that is just starting at this moment. So you could just feel a little out of sorts, feel like, you don't have everything in order. You don't know how to get it in order, and you don't really feel inspired to get it in order. And that's okay. That's okay, because, life is cyclical. But just know that that is the feeling that's going to be on the forefront, and sometimes you have to push through that. With an added little, the universe. If you want to push through, you're going to gain a lot from this experience. You're going to gain a lot of muscle memory. You're going to gain even accolades, and it's going to show the universe that you are willing to work for what you want. And when you are willing to work for what you want and kind of sacrifice certain aspects, you will get rewarded, and that will definitely come up, and you'll be able to see it by the end of March. Then into April, we have the moon. So there is a situation that can be popping up either with your mother or with just a very maternal person in your life. This moon is really speaking to me about, feeling conflicted, feeling upset about a situation that happens. On one side, you may feel relief, but you're also going to feel some sorrow when it comes to it. So also with the moon, it could be that on the new moon or the full moon in April, this is a really good time to check in with self, check in with what you want, especially, like I said, because the moon came up. You're going to be very intuitive, very clear about your emotions and where your spirit is, even if you cannot vocalize it or express it to others. You will deeply be able to feel it and just have kind of an all-knowing. And because of that, the all-knowing, Ace of Swords. All right, so having an Ace of Swords pop up in April this is a new beginning. So really, the new moon is going to be big for you. And like I said, you might feel a sense of loss, especially maternal loss. But this is going to open doors for new ideas, new ventures, a new way of thinking. It's almost as though you're coming out of your skin, like the snakes when they shed their skin. That's kind of what you're doing, is you're shedding your skin in April so that you can begin anew. And once you do that and you accept it, we're going to go right into March, April, May, 10 of Discs, such a positive card. You're going to start new, and you're going to start building your future, building your life. In May, you're going to get help in a way. You're going to get help to build what you want to build that will make you feel secure and satisfied with where your life is going. 10 of Discs, if you can see right here, there's kind of like an old man sitting there looking at the young people. But it's not just nostalgic, it's pride too, because he helped create this whole situation. And that's what you are in the process of doing in May, of creating your situation of positivity. Now, also with the 10 of Discs, know that with this positivity, with this building, sometimes you have to let some things go that aren't working. But at this time, it will be really easy for you to do so because you know it will be the right thing for your future. Yep. Okay, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Having this here, the 6 of Pentacles is often about education, about giving back, about giving your knowledge. But when it's in reverse, it's you're gaining the knowledge, you're gaining what you need, and you're not quite there yet to give it away. All right, you're still creating, you are still building, and that is okay. And also, like I said, with that sense of loss, that sense of maybe you need to let some things go so that you can persevere and so that you can prosper. The 6 of Pentacles is the same thing. You still have some things to learn, and sometimes you have to learn in a different way than you had anticipated. Okay, so then we go into June. June is the awakening reversed. This is a warning for you, okay, Aries? With the awakening in reverse in June, it's stay honest, stay true steer the correct course, because you're going to have some temptations happen where you're going to want to kind of cut a couple corners, cut some edges, call in sick a couple too many times. The weather's beautiful here in the States, so you're kind of want to let some things slack. Don't let that happen. All right, because you will get found out, and you'll get found out quick. So in June, even if you're like, oh, I just want to go play in the sun, I just want to go on vacation, I'm going to just, I deserve some time off. That's great. But know that you do it in an honest way and say, I need a break. Do it in an honest way and say, I'm going to take this time off to recover, instead of trying to, kind of finesse and finagle some situations. Or also I see it, in business deals, like, be honest about what you're trying to do, and don't, pull the wool over people's eyes. Page of Cups reversed. So Page of Cups reversed is somebody coming in with a message that is going to be not what you want, okay? And this goes hand in hand with the awakening in reverse. If you're cutting corners, if you're not being on the up and up, like I said, you're going to get found out, and somebody's going to tell you. And the Page of Cups in reverse, man, they don't care how you feel. They're going to tell you exactly the truth. They're going to tell you what is not necessarily the truth. They're just, if they feel a certain way, they're going to tell you. And so if they feel like you are being a shyster, they're going to tell you. And so this can also be a warning of, don't be this Page of Cups. Stay upright, stay strong. In July, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Having the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is still a positive card. It's just things are going to be a little bit slower to what you want. All right. So if you have some plans, if you have some ideas that you want to build in July, keep going. Just be patient. It's going to take a little bit more time. Also, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to expand whatever you do. So if you are putting in positive energy and you're doing what you love and adore in an honest, truthful fashion, that's going to expand, even though it will be a little bit at a slower pace. But if you're not doing that, you're doing the opposite, guess what? That's going to expand too. Knight of Cups in the upright. So this is somebody coming in. Those who are single, you might actually meet someone in July. All right. And they're going to kind of sweep you off your feet. They're going to be quick to love you. Now, with the Knight of Cups, often they come in and they go out fast. So if you do meet someone, in July, and you're instantly attracted to them, and this could be on a romantic state, but it could also be, in work or friends or family. But if somebody comes in and you're just naturally like, I like this person, I want to get to know them, do, absolutely. But just know that they probably won't be a sustainable relationship. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Wands, and this is August. August is going to be work, 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 okay? And so with the 10 of Wands, it's asking you, what do you truly want to work on? Because you can't do it all. You're going to have a lot of projects happening in August, and you're going to realize that you can't hold all of that. You're going to have to choose. You're going to have to prioritize where you want to go and what you want to do. And another knight, a Knight of Discs popping up. Once again, somebody coming in, coming out. This I feel like more is like a coach, is somebody who really cares about you and sees that you are physically kind of depriving yourself and working yourself into the ground. And so they kind of come in and say, hey, you know what? I know you want to make a profit. Let me help you a little bit. I can only help you for like 2-3 weeks, but that'll give you a chance to take a rest and recuperate and get back on your feet. Take their love, take their offer. It's a one-time offer. They're not going to offer it again, okay? It's not going to be something that, in 2 months they're going to be like, remember that? Yeah, I can still do that for you. This is right now. And it's going to help you out. It's going to help you solidify your life. It's going to help you build what you want to build and also keep you sane, all right? Because with the with the 10 of Wands too, you become exhausted and sometimes delirious because you don't know which way is up. So take the advice of the Knight of Pentacles, of Discs, and let them help you a little bit. So we just went August, September, Eight of Swords reversed. You're going to be discovering a truth that you don't want to discover. All right. So in September, you're going to hear about something you didn't want to know. You were happy being totally oblivious to it. You were happy being naive to it. And then all of a sudden, it's going to just kind of blow you out of the water. So September is going to be like the soap opera month, okay? It's going to be like, what? So-and-so did what? No, I can't believe it. All right, and strength. And so with this, it's asking you, when you hear these things, don't propagate lies. Don't continue the gossip. If you hear it and it is the truth, talk to the person who it actually entails instead of continually spreading everything around. Have some dignity, have some strength, have some fortitude to do the right thing and not go down that soap opera route of spreading the rumors. Nip it in the bud and take care of it right then. It'll make you stronger. It'll make the people who are involved stronger, and it'll help out the situation all in all. It will be a shock, but I know you're going to be able to deal with it beautifully. Also, with the strength card, you may want to get a little explosive. You may want to, get in somebody's face and say, how could you? How could you do this? And if you have that inclination when in September, make sure to take a breath before you say anything, gather your wits, and then confront them. Once again, have the strength to take a step back, get yourself collected before going in, with guns ablazing. Okay? October, Two of Wands. After this kind of soap opera fiasco, it's time to move on. So I think because of the situation that happened in September, you're going to, once again, let some people go or let some situations go and move on. But it's like you kind of knew with the Two of Wands showing up. It's like you've been planning it. You've been kind of knowing, or you've been making some contingency plans because you just had a feeling. So keep doing that. Keep building. Yeah. Okay. Keep building in an appropriate way. Now with the unconscious reversed, you're going to want to settle. You're going to want to settle for this'll do. This, even though this isn't my hopes and dreams, it'll make me a lot of money, or I'll have a house, or I'll have, what I need. The unconscious is saying, okay, I see you doing that, but that's not good enough. And you need to dig a little bit deeper. And you may feel once again, like you just don't want to go there. You don't want to go into that emotional depth. You don't want to deal with this situation. You've already had to deal with what happened in September with the soap opera. You did what? So in like October, you're like over it. You're just like, I don't want to deal with anymore. I don't want to dig deep. I don't want to spiritually, rise above. But you're going to have to, all right, in order to see your future, in order to rise, in order to go forward. And this, with the unconscious reverse too, is saying just start, just a small start, okay? Anywhere is good. Even if it's just doing one yoga class, or if it's just, crying because you haven't cried in months, any small snippet is a start. And you need to start, because we go straight into the Three of Wands, Two Wands, Three of Wands. You're about to embark on this. You've been planning it all of October. Now in November, you've got to go. You've got to go and move on, and let go of all of this malarkey that has already happened. You've had time to rest. You've had time to plan, and yeah, you had some surprises happen. But guess what? That's not it. You're about to go on a huge voyage. And you have to start. All right. The guide is saying with this voyage, there's a fear that you're not following your intuition. You're not following like your hunch. Instead of, listening to that inner voice, you're just doing what looks good on paper. And the guide is in reverse is saying, if you do that, You're going to have to undo and fix a lot of things in the future, because you will wake up one morning and say, what have I done? I have created this life that looks really good on paper, but I am just so unhappy and I'm so unsatisfied. So every step of the way, check in with yourself, check in with spirit and say, is this where I wanted to go? Is this how I want to be? Is this who I am? And while that happens in December, we have, the Two of Pentacles. So this is balance. And it's also holiday season happening. So take it easy, take it slow. You don't have to be extravagant with everyone and get everyone, including, a woman you just met on the street, an extravagant holiday gift. Balance what you need and what you want to give to others. All right. It's a time to kind of just pull back a little bit, and instead of trying to create, like, in a way, and for some of you guys, it's not a facade, but for some of you, it is a facade of being grandiose, of being larger than life. You don't need to. It's not needed. What you need to do is find some balance on this journey. Yeah, because if you rock it too far, your happiness, 10 of Cups, is going to be at stake more so than others, because with the 10 of Cups reverse, it's like you knew what you wanted and you didn't get it. And the reason why you didn't get it is because you didn't create it. All right. So with the 10 of Cups reverse, once again, it's asking you to stay in balance, hold back just a little bit, and, show people you love them through actions, through words, instead of buying them tons and tons of things. Now, I do feel like, even though I've just told you that, a lot of you guys are going to be super extravagant and are going to, put yourself not necessarily into ruins, but into a very uncomfortable position. It's not that you're going to be destitute, but you're going to feel like you don't have what you need to carry on. And not having what you need to carry on is really difficult, but it's really difficult when you're not acknowledging the situation. And with transformation and the Death card reversed, it's things are done. And this could also be a relationship. This could be, I think for a lot of you, it's kind of a financial situation. If you don't acknowledge the problem, you can't fix it. And so it just gets worse. And so with transformation in reverse, it's a denial of the situation. And so once you accept it, that's when you can start to build and charge forward. But there's going to be, especially for the first half of January, this can't be true. This can't be true. Great. I love that the Queen of Discs, the Queen of Pentacles popped up right now. So somebody's coming in to help you. It's almost kind of like a savior for you, Aries. And it's going to be an earth sign. So it's going to be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn energy. And so with the Queen of Pentacles popping up, you could meet a really lovely relationship or a friend, somebody who really resonates with you, who wants to help you, who's kind of like putting their arm down to pull you out of the mud. Be grateful for this lovely person popping up. They're here to help you, and they're in the upright. So they really know what's going on. This could also be like a financial advisor. This could be, a business partner who's like, okay, let's turn things around. But they love you and they want to see you thrive. So there's somebody who is trustworthy. And because of this energy that they give you it's the perfect nudge to go into February. And that is the Chariot. And that's moving forward and feeling at home and at peace in what you're doing and who you're doing it with. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer. So your work will be at home will be at work, but it's all going to feel really, really good. And it's going to be refreshing in a way because you have kind of had to struggle for a little bit, for a couple months. And now you're feeling like, wait, I'm finally getting my bearing and I'm finally feeling like I can go on what I want to do. Okay. Knight of Swords. So this is actually, even though it's in the upright, I feel that it is going to be a challenge. The Knight of Swords is coming in, not necessarily to take away your happiness or your joy, but to question it and to make sure that's what you truly want. So they're going to come in and they're going to be quick. They're going to be cutthroat. They're going to be very concise about what they do and what they say. And they're not going to lie to you. They're going to be flat out front about what they want and what they are to you. And that, I think, is going to be kind of jarring, because you will have just gotten into this groove, Aries, of like, I like my life, things are going well, awesome, I'm doing okay, I'm just going to keep charging through. And then this Knight of Swords, and I feel like it's actually a competition. They're coming in to compete with you. And it's a friendly competition, but you don't appreciate it. You don't want the competition right now. And so they're very clear about it. If they want your job, they want your clients, they want your girl, they want your boy, you know, they want something that you have, and you'll know it right off the bat. So in a way, it's like, Aries, have a sense of respect for them, being so honest and daring in a way, but stay true, stay honest and clear about what you want, so that you can combat this Knight of Swords and not and be in a good space of, this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is what I'm willing to fight for. And then if they take it, they take it, right? But now that, I actually do think, after I say if they take it, they'll take it, I do think it's going to be a struggle, because this was February, wasn't it? This is February, so we're in March, yep. March. The Four of Pentacles, it's like you're going to try really hard to hold on to what you love and what you want. Okay, I'm going to move this up so you can kind of see it. You're going to move on to what you want and hold it very dearly, but it's going to go. It's going to go, but it's for the best, okay? Because we have the Six of Swords that just popped up, and it's moving on. It's moving on to clearer waters. Even though it seems very unknown, even though you're not too sure what's going to happen, you have to keep pushing forward with or without someone or something. But this is a good transition. This is a really, really happy transition. And then we have April. I think, yep, April. April, Page of Pentacles pops up. So some of you guys might be actually having a baby then. Page of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, who am I missing? Virgo. Okay, so them popping up as the first card is somebody coming in once again with a message. I do feel like for a lot of you, it has to do with children. So if you are not having a child, or you do not have a child, then a child is going to be bringing you a message that is very important this month. It could just be a child at the playground who runs up to you. Seven of Wands, and it's a warning. It's a warning to stand up for yourself and to stand clear. Because with the Seven of Wands, it's being truthful and honest in the times when people are trying to bring you down. All right, especially because you're having to move on in March. You're moving on, and I think some people can see that, even though you might not be able to see it yet, that they see how positive this shift is going to be for you, and they're going to try to take it away. So the Page of Pentacles popping in, I think, is a warning of, hey, so and so is not trustworthy, or so and so said this about you, and I don't think it's true. But they bring it back to you because that's the right thing. Like, hey, this is what I heard. Is this true about you? And you have to say, no, it's not. That's not me at all. And then stand up for yourself. So, that once again, forewarned is forearmed. You've got all of the tools to combat this. And this year has kind of built you up to that moment when you have to stand up and be very clear and warrior-like in your truth.